Welcome back to my mental health crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho. This is for educational purpose only. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. Today I'd like to talk about Ethan and XANA. May they rest in peace. Ethan and XANA's timeline has always been under the microscope, under investigation. Maddie and Kaylee's timeline was blatant to see because they were at the corner club and then the grub truck and then they came home. But we never saw XANA and Ethan. No pictures were taken of them, no photos. And they're people who usually take photos for everything. They take pictures all the time. Between 8 to 9 p.m., Ethan, Hunter Chapin, and Maisie, the triplets, and Maisie's roommate went to the Betty's ball. No one knows where XANA was. XANA's father said he spoke to XANA and she was chilling at home. That was at midnight. So did Ethan come home after the Betty's ball and chill with XANA? Did they go to the Sigma Chi fraternity party? Because the Sigma Chi fraternity was under investigation. They were under the microscope because of the timeline of Ethan and XANA. We know that Ethan and XANA had beef. They had brewing beef with David B. and David Lodge. A lot of nasty words were said to each other, and a fight broke out, allegedly. That should have been around 3 a.m. Sorry, 2 something, in my opinion. Was Ethan and XANA followed home? Or were they attacked at home while they were chilling? Is my question. Where was Hunter Chapin that night? He said that him and Ethan drive together, chill together, eat together. They go to the same fraternity. So what are they hiding?
Posted this last photo to Instagram, writing, "One lucky girl to be surrounded by these people every day."
We were with our whole friend group, which was a normal weekend for us, just hanging out with our friends.
Hunter looked much bigger there. Wonder what happened to him. Hope he's doing well. Is it all the trauma, stress, anxiety that made him lose weight? Or maybe guilt, allegedly? Where was Emily and Hunter that night, and Josie? These people used to chill together 24/7. We saw the state of the living room. Were they chilling together? Why does DM have damaged fingers? Why does Jack D have injuries on his fingers? Why did he have a swollen face from the other pictures we saw the next day? That would be on the 14th or 15th. Was Jack D there too? Was Jack Showalter there too? Because DNA was found in both the Jack's house.
We were with our whole friend group, which was a normal weekend for us, just hanging out with our friends. And then from there, we all kind of split off.
And we were like, "Bye, I love you." Gave each other a hug.
The triplets, they went to Maisie's formal. I think XANA just waited for Ethan, probably.
Probably.
Ethan spent the beginning part of that night at the Betty's ball with his sister. From there, he left with me back to Sigma Chi.
The party continued after the formal, and Ethan really wanted you to come party.
So he started off by texting me. I think he said, "Dog, come hang out. We all want you here." And was like spam texting me, and I said, "I'm going to bed." I think it was like 9, or "I'm not gonna go." And then he said, "Love you," and I didn't even respond to that. I think I was asleep by then.
And "I love you" kind of stood out though.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Because you didn't just normally text that to each other.
Yeah.
Look at how Hunter Chapin is looking at his sister. He doesn't want her to say anything wrong. I believe Hunter Chapin was chilling with Ethan and XANA, and so was Hunter Johnson and Emily and Josie, because they hang around with each other 24/7. They're always either partying with each other or taking pictures with each other. I find it strange that nobody has any pictures of Ethan and XANA at the Sigma Chi fraternity or chilling at home. It was the Vandals' game night. It was a big night. Why was it strange for Ethan to say "I love you" to his sister? She said, "We never say that to each other." Could it have been a code? Or was Ethan trying to say goodbye to her? Was he given that chance to call and say goodbye? Just a question. It's quite strange. Why wouldn't triplets say "I love you" to each other? Siblings usually do that, especially the ones that are very close, like them. I find it strange that there's no picture, no photos was taken of XANA and Ethan, especially with Emily and Josie and Hunter. This is XANA with Everwood. Everwood was in the same sorority with Katie. Why was she closer to XANA, I wonder? We've heard in the reports that Kaylee had issues of paying money to the sororities at the epidemic time because allegedly she wasn't living there. And she moved out. And Eva moved out too. So was Eva having issues too, I wonder? XANA was hanging around a lot at the Sigma Chi. And there was brewing beef between Ethan, XANA, and the Davids. I believe something kicked off that night.
Oh, you guys are being our friends.
Alrighty, my name is Ethan Chapin. I grew up playing basketball and a lot of sports. We were a pretty athletic family, so lots of sports, just kind of staying active and yeah, no questions, just ready to get going.
We played every sport together. Every time we went in the car, it was together. Partied together. Just everything we did. There's never a dull moment. You always made things interesting and exciting.
Whenever there would be a party, we'd be singing these country songs. Fall in Love by Bailey Zimmerman. That was one of the first songs that Ethan and I had memorized together.
I appreciated Ethan just for being just a goofball. You know, I mean, he was just funny as all hell.
We knew Ethan and XANA liked each other. Me and Emily were like, they're gonna be together. I know they like each other. And XANA was like, no. And then XANA ended up being like, oh, he's cute.
My question is, was Ethan and XANA rushed while they were chilling at home? or they rushed on their way home? Was David B. looking out for XANA that night because he was the sober watch guy and he was driving people home? He said that he met XANA and spoke to XANA at the Amazon Prime document. I wonder if anything kicked off. I personally believe this has to do with the fraternities, sororities, surviving roommates, their close friends. This is local, in my opinion. This has nothing to do with cartels and the Aryan brothers. I personally believe they're protecting the university. This is a cover-up. Idaho Moscow gets 40 to 45% of the income from Idaho Moscow University.
About watching Ethan and XANA.
They were both such similar people. Like, they're both very outgoing and just fun to be around. Anytime they walked in a room, it would just kind of like, everyone would be like, oh, Ethan and XANA. So it was kind of cool just to see them hang around. They always just kind of brought that same energy anywhere they went.
It was an energy they also brought into singing a Luke Combs song.
I find it strange that Hunter Johnson and David B. said in the Amazon Prime documentary that it was an eerie night, so they locked their doors and windows. I wonder why. Did they know that something was going on? Were they involved? And how come there wasn't any pictures taken of XANA and Ethan that night? Did something happen to them on the way home from the party? Allegedly. Did someone order the dash door food delivery on XANA's name? They could have easily ordered it from a phone device through a Visa or debit card, credit card. XANA could have been unalived by then. Ethan's mother told us 2 a.m. is the hardest time for us all. She meant her family. What happened at 2 a.m.? I believe XANA and Ethan were unalived at 2 a.m. I've always said that from day one, if you'll go back to my channel, that this was 2 separate incidents. That's the reason they don't have the correct timeline. That's the reason they're not sharing the timeline of Ethan and XANA, because that will expose everything. In my opinion, if I'm being honest, I believe they were over partying. Every time I see these college students in Idaho Moscow, they have a alcohol beverage in their hand, in the bedroom, living room, toilet, everywhere. How come there are no pictures of this party that took place at the Sigma Chi? Why was the Sigma Chi fraternity boys lying and saying that Ethan and XANA spent only 2 hours there? That's what they first said. And then they changed their timeline and said that they were there for a couple of hours. Did a fight break out? Like 4chan said. 4chan was the closest, Anonymous was the closest to give us I personally believe, correct information about the Davids, Sigma Chi Fraternity, Ethan and XANA. XANA used to love have gatherings and parties. Did she invite the wrong crowd, I wonder? Hunter says that he got the call at 11 o'clock from DM, but that isn't true. Emily was called at 10 a.m. Even if he was called at 11 a.m., why did they call 911 at 12? Why did it take them an hour extra to call 911? Were they planning? Were they cleaning? Were they buying time? Is my question. Why does it look like there's red liquid in front of the spare room? I got this from ABC News. Best documentary of true crime is what it's called. I believe it was made yesterday. I want you all to pay attention to DM's thumb. Why is it that color? Or does she have cut on her fingers and thumb? Is my question. This is DM and Jack D. Just look at DM's thumb. Her thumb looks injured. Didn't the police notice this? Just look at her fingers. Oh my God. Was DM involved? She's got a cut on her thumb. Clearly. This is not normal. Well, she's got another cut on the finger. Guys, all you have to do is zoom in. Tired of these people, that's the reason. Keep on zooming in so that I don't miss anything. Guys, this is all speculations, my speculations and my thoughts. I personally believe DM and Jack D are involved, in my humble opinion. Both of them have scars, injuries, on their hands and fingers. She's updating Jack D. And then the police calls Jack D and puts him in the Land Cruiser for 45 minutes. This young woman is involved, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but then yet again I could be right. Her hands don't look normal. Why is her hand so red?
And wait. We were all cold. We were all scared. Our brains just started to continue to spiral.
I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And I saw the guy.
We were all cold. We were all scared. Our brains just started to continue to spiral.
I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And I saw the guy.
Pay attention to DM's fingers. Definitely reminds me of what the sorority girl wrote on my comment page a couple of months ago. She said DM called the sorority on FaceTime and she spoke to the girl. This is not normal. You can see clearly that this finger, it's not even nail polish because it's on her skin, on her nails and on her skin. Plus, nobody would use quarter nail polish on one finger and not on the other fingers. DM should have been arrested or taken to the police station. Both her thumbs look injured, and the fingers, in my opinion. Let me know what you think, guys. I personally believe that DM and Jack D are involved, in my opinion. Both of them have fingers and nails that look like they've been through something. Just look at these fingers too. This woman has cut herself. Is that why she's accusing Beaky? Did Jack D and DM and BF plan this together, in my opinion? His professor was concerned for him because after the breakup with Katie, he wasn't attending classes. I wonder if he was stalking Katie. He was referred to a mental health facility, I believe, or a place for help, and he did not attend. Why didn't the professor notify the college, the university, and notify his parents if there was a concern? The mayor said it was a crime of passion. Is that what it is?
She wouldn't answer when I saw the guy. He was a little bit taller than me. I'm almost positive he's wearing a full black outfit. And he had this mask that was just over his forehead and over his mouth. And he didn't say anything to me, like at all. I just shut the door and locked it because I didn't know what to do. And I think he went out like the sliding door in the kitchen that goes out to the backyard.
Now, is that dirt on a hand or is that red liquid? What do you think she has on her hand? Is that a red liquid mark? Let me know, guys, what you think. Look at DM's pinky finger. It is badly injured. Look at the other 4 fingers. 3 fingers. The pinky finger. That's 4 fingers and a thumb. Was she involved? Is my question. She has bruises on her hand. Did she cut herself? Guys, let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe.